Welcome back to the channel, and as you can see, I am still having a look at Normandy 44. Recently I did an unboxing video, and since then I have read the rules front to back, and I'm actually engaged in playing a solo game on Vassal, and then a game versus a human opponent on Vassal. This is all in preparation for the upcoming Battletech's 6 conference event, whatever you want to call it. In which I'm going to be playing a 4-player game of Normandy 44. And one of the people opposing me is the one who is kind enough to give me a Vassal game at this point in time to get me up to speed on things. I've been learning a lot from him, both on Normandy 44 and about Vassal itself. But eventually you get to the point where you want to put stuff on the table. So we have our box set here. And let's take a look inside. So off with the cover, and this is typically my go-to. I punched the counters the other day, and typically my go-to would be to use a counter tray. But I think I can do better than a counter tray. What I've done instead is I've fired up the 3D printer and made some counter boxes. And I think that the counter boxes are quite an improvement. This is the, let's get a little closer to the action here. This is the German at start counters. And typically I think in Normandy 44, I think the way I'd like to proceed is I want to get out my at start card right here. And I'm going to lay my counters out and then rapidly transfer them to the map. So that's what we've got going on here. I've got the counters laid out here in the order in which they appear on the card. And I believe that I can do a very fast transfer to the card and not have to rummage around the different bins that I might have here. So I'm going to undertake to put just the at-start German counters on the card, and I'll set it to stopwatch, and I'll do a nice time lapse as I'm going. And we'll see how long this takes, get some empirical data here. But I think that this technique is generally pretty good for, previously I've used this technique to basically take counters off of the map hex by hex and fill one cell per hex. In this case, I'm going to be filling the at-start card from these cells, so going a bit backwards. Some of these cells, of course, are doubled up. The cells only hold about 9 counters apiece, and some of these groups are larger than that. But they are arranged properly, and then, of course, we have various markers in addition that are useful in the game. So we'll give that a shot here in a moment, and we'll report back to you on it. So I've turned on the overhead light. Apologies for the glare there, but I'm going to do 1 or 2 of these cells, and then I will proceed with the time lapse. So first cell is the first group, and helps to be able to dig out that last counter sometimes. I've got them laid out so I can just go thus, and we have the whole set, and as you can see, they are perfect match, reasonably so. And we've got the second set of counters here, along with that dastardly last counter. And again, perfect registration, perfect placement. Okay, so that took a minute, including talking about it a bit. I'm now going to segue over and do a time lapse on this. So we'll have some fun with that. So the time lapse was just under 4 minutes, a grand total of, let's call it 5 minutes, to get all of my German counters onto the at start card, and now it's a relatively straightforward process of just, back and forth and putting them on the map. I think that's pretty fast. I like this technique. It is definitely faster than trying to dig them out of here and then placing them randomly. There's a bit of work involved, but I think that when you're headed to a face-to-face convention, or even over just to your friend's house, your buddy's house, to play, you don't want to spend a whole lot of time on the setup. So I think this is a useful technique, and plan to use it. Now, I don't know that we'll be using my counters, my map, and so on at the conference, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, and it took a grand total of four boxes to hold all the counters and all the markers for Normandy 44. So that's the end of this, and hope you liked it. Of course, hit the like button, and we will see you down the road. And here we can see the printing process in action. I'm printing up an extra 5/8 inch container just in case it proves necessary, and I think I have another game coming in that may take 5/8 inch counters. We'll see.